Well, your shop is ridiculously clean considering what you do.
I haven't done much in here since last fall, because normally when spring comes, it's mow.
Yeah.
I haven't really done much up in here since last fall. That one there on the very far right on the bottom.
You know, you've got a little gold mine in so many places in here.
There's a lot of parts in there. There's a lot of parts in here. And this has been a kind of a problem too, is I'm still working on, I gotta somehow box all my fixtures that I've done over the years up to move, you know.
And this kind of illustrates what you were talking about before,
Right.
about you got the banjo rim where you cut out
Laminated
the blocks and glue them and then spin them, but then you've got the kind like these, which are very common,
Right.
Where they're bands of wood that are wrapped around each other and then clamped.
Well, I found with these two, that the ones that I've done, that I can't pull them tight enough to.
Yeah.
And then since then I found out how they do that, because they have a hydraulic arm, and they put sheet metal in between, so that it pulls it tight, and they actually pull that wood so that it gets all these gaps out, and I didn't know that when I first started. So I don't do these much like that anymore.
There's a banjo maker up in Maine that makes, and I don't even remember his name, I've got a video on him somewhere, but I was in his shop. He makes banjos for a lot of the Nashville musicians, and he's got metal, they look like metal baking tins with, you know, steel, heavy duty steel, and you put them in there and then you clamp them and you bolt them down and they squeeze out. You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
That's what you're talking
and then
about.
they
These are aluminum, of course, but
yeah, squeeze them things down, fill them full of glue.
yeah. Well, that's another thing too that I've heard of banjo players. You know, there's always pros and cons on it.
Yeah.
And banjo players who really like solid banjos, like the ones that are made like ones better, simply because they have to use so much glue in here that it deadens the sound.
Makes a difference,
So
right?
it just, but I suppose it depends on what kind of sound you're looking for too. Maybe some people like that little deader sound, but.
And there's a whole lot of people nowadays that are really working with wooden banjo pots and their process of how they make them and the sound quality that they get and things of that nature. I think more so, I mean, for years everything went to just your standard music store banjo, which was everyone was just like everyone else, and now there's more people making good wooden pot banjos that sound really good, you know, really masterful.
If I get one of those ukulele things to turn out, aluminum ones, I'll send you some photos and stuff.
Yeah.
This one I found at I don't know, we stopped somewhere a long way when we were traveling around, and I thought, my goodness, somebody sure wanted to play something real bad.
Yeah. Oh, one string fretless. Sure enough.
I heard Doc Watson. Did you ever hear of Doc Watson?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Talk about that. Where he put the wire on the corn crib door when he was a kid, and then he'd open and close the door a little bit to get that like a bass sound, boing 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 boing, kind of a deal. I heard an interview of him one time talking about that. He played I think the harmonica was the first thing he played. And then he built that thing on the corn crib door with a wire.
Yeah.
So he could boing 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 while he was blowing into that harmonica.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things he did. But man, what a musician he turned
Oh
into.
yeah.
Just
Absolutely.
fantastic guitar player.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that had the museum in,
That was Doc Watson.
oh,
He was the blind fellow that played the guitar.
yeah, but who's the guy whose museum we went to in Bristol?
Well, that was Ralph Stanley.
Ralph Stanley.